Staying with my theme of Oktoberfest. This is another one. This is Devil's Backbone.
Huh, I got it done right now.
Mhm. Smooth, malty, and bready notes, and it's all those things when I taste it. So 5.4%. It's really good. Like I said last week or last time episode, I love all of Oktoberfest beers. Never been disappointed.
Gotcha.
Same here.
You got what you got?
That is what I have. Flying fish, October fish,
Oh,
6%.
Flying Fish. Is that the brewery?
is that the?
Yep.
Huh. What? Can you look up where Flying Fish Brewery
Never
is?
heard that one.
I never heard of it either. That's yeah. That's wild. Flying Fish.
Never got that one.
We got to set up
I
one of
think-
these brew tours too. By the way.
I think also our next episode will still be in September, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do
September
one
25th.
more. Find me another Oktoberfest, and then starting in October, I'm drinking nothing but
Christmas beer.
well, not yet. That's November. But I'm gonna train my palate. Start drinking porters and stouts more often in October.
Gotcha.
I think it's Jersey.
Okay.
Jersey. Oh,
Yeah.
I got one good thing comes out of Jersey.
You stupid. Yeah, I got a Devil's Backbone also, and it's a gold leaf.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really good. It's only 4.5%, but
Excellent beer.
it's really good. It's tasty. It's light and smooth.
Light and smooth.
Uh-huh.
So I'm more, drinking a lot of IPAs during the high. It seems like IPAs and shit like that are good summer beers.
Yeah.
But when it starts getting cool, buddy, can't wait.
Year round with the broken skull.
Oh, the broken, of course. I actually saw that in a like a regular gas station. I forget where I was at.
Stone Cold moving up.
Yeah, I've never seen it anywhere else, but I just stopped and said, let me stop at. Oh, I'm on Route One. It's on Route One, going towards Ashland, Lewistown Road, the little Exxon Habib store. I don't know if it's a Habib, saying Habib store racist.
I
Yeah.
hope not, because I say it all the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Was
it is, but keep it moving. If you
Yeah.
don't call it out, maybe nobody knows.
Okay.
But
Well,
yeah.
yeah. So you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, they got it in there.
Okay.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin getting his beer in small stores.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know when you'll listen to this, but this is September 11th,
Yeah.
2021. So 20-year anniversary of
September 11th.
September 11th, which is the day. It's like one of those days where you just say the date,
Yeah.
and it's actually might be one of the only days that I remember what I was doing on that day, especially when the shit went down.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to work.
Yeah, yeah. I was working nights at that time, and I woke up and the first tower was already smoking, and they talking about plane flew in, and wasn't really thinking about what was going on, and just looking. I'm like, oh, that's unfortunate, and I
Yeah.
turned the game on. I'm playing video games in the morning and shit, and then all of a sudden you get that call like, yo, another plane flew in. I'm like, oh shit, what the hell's going on? You knew at that point,
Yep.
something was wrong.
My wife, she was at work, and she wasn't my wife at the time, but she was at work, and I was going to work later, and so I was up, taking a shower and all that type of stuff, and she called me, and she's like, "Did you turn on the news?" And I was, "Nah, I checked the weather earlier," and I cut on the news, and it was, "What the?" And yeah, that's it. It's wild.
Yeah, I had the same thing. I didn't have to be at work until noon. I was working the phones that morning because I had a relative that was actually working in the Pentagon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So rest in peace, of course, all the people that lost their lives, and a shout out to all the first responders who just, without
Yeah.
thought, ran up in there and ran up in wherever they were,
Exactly.
doing their thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, 20 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, old.
How old was it? Like
20 something. It was a young strapping
Lord.
buck at that time.
What's crazy is that's the only thing I remember about that. It's like I don't remember nothing else.
It was a blur.
Yeah.
From '96 to about 2005, it just blurred
I
through.
remember I was working, but I don't remember what I was. That, at that time, I was still smoking a lot of weed, a whole lot of weed, and a few mushrooms there too.
I ain't never do no shrooms.
Doing a lot of things that weren't beneficial to my future.
No, it
Absolutely
really
not.
wasn't. And perhaps if we had made better choices then, we probably would be in a better spot now. But
Well,
that's beside the point.
if I'd have made, if I'd have made better choices, then I never would have had to file bankruptcy. That's 100% for sure, right there.
That's a whole nother
But I had a good job back then, and that's when when you first get a good job and you're young, all of a sudden credit card solicitations just happen to come to you. You're like, okay, well shit, nope. Why not get a credit card? Nobody told me how they work and interest rates and all that sort of thing. I just
gotcha.
buying shit. I'll pay it off later, and the next thing you know, you don't pay it off later, and there goes the cycle.
Yeah, but when you're that age, the whole concept of buy now, pay later just
Yeah.
doesn't
You gonna
register.
let me buy it now and pay later?
Yeah.
Stupid for you, and also stupid for me.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. You don't realize that your later payment has about 20% interest.
Especially on the first credit card.
Well, that's when the later payment finally comes.
Yeah.
Well, no, well, your first credit card that you ever get usually doesn't have one of those nice 2.3% interest
No.
rates.
No.
It's usually in the teens. I had one in the teens, but that was only on a $200 credit limit.
Right.
I had one that was like $7,500, and the interest rate was 22%.
See?
I had one at every department store at the mall.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you live and you learn.
Yeah, you do. You do. It's crazy.
What else?
The monument coming down.
Oh, yep. They had taken down all the other monuments,
Yeah.
and Robert E. Lee was the last.
Last one.
That one came down the other day. There was supposed to have been a time capsule up under it, but they couldn't find it.
Yeah, they still looking for it, but
And
I
so
don't know.
they're putting whatever they're putting there. They're putting another time capsule in the ground and all that shit.
The funny thing on that is the perspective, because my wife isn't from here. Me, maybe I'm desensitized to them, because I didn't give a shit. I was like, oh, it's the monument. I never really paid no attention to it. When they started taking them down, I paid no attention to it.
I mean, it is on Monument Ave.
Right, I didn't even care.
It moves my needle no way whatsoever.
Right. But when she first moved up here, and I'm showing her Richmond, and we ride, and I take her down Monument Avenue, and she's like, "Oh, I guess they just don't really give a shit about black people around here, do they?" I never really thought about it, because I don't. Back in the day, I smoked weed at the Robert E. Lee Monument a few times. But and like I said, I don't know if it was because I'm from here and it was that's just what it was, or I don't know.
And I actually think, honestly, I think there was a lot of folks who probably, even white folks, that didn't think, when they rode past it, didn't think anything about it.
Right.
Oh, Robert E. Lee, a great motherfucker. I just think it's just an old ass monument.
Right.
It just happened to be there, and nobody ever said anything, or after things quote unquote changed. Nobody thinks
They got
anything.
used to it, and then they just bitch when the change was made.
Yeah.
Well, on Facebook, a friend of mine, he was going off about them taking down the monument and do this and do this, and he was really upset about them taking it down. And another friend of ours commented and said, nobody really cared about these monuments until somebody said they was going to take them down. And the guy was like, no, that's not true, this. And he said, man, I work in the building across the street. He said, there's like 2 people at the monument per week.
Been here 40 years. I had never heard, not one person, black, white, and whatever, say anything
about the monument.
About the monument.
And that's what I was saying. Maybe I was desensitized because I grew up here. But like I said, when my wife first got here, she was like, whoa, wow.
No, it's just, it's with all the stuff that has happened these past few years, then people just started looking for any and everything.
Maybe. I don't know.
And I don't know.
I'm like you. it didn't it didn't bother me one way. I wasn't upset, but I wasn't really overly happy that they took it down. I guess because I'm like I said, I'm around here. That's just the way the shit was.
Yeah, and then
Kind of sums up cancel culture as a whole.
Yeah.
people canceling shit nobody's asking for you to cancel.
Yeah.
I mean, now their generation was probably happy that they took down the monuments. I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
after it was brought to their attention that it was there, people were just probably just riding past the monument saying, "Hey, statue of Robert E. Lee. Okay, let's keep it moving." You know what I'm saying? Nobody was thinking about it.
Yeah, I know I wasn't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So.
I don't want to think about it. Oh well.
Mm-mm.
You know, they're putting a new time capsule in the ground, and one of the things they're putting in it is an expired vial of COVID-19 vaccine.
Shut up.
I'm not lying. An expired vial. You know, I guess there's a good to use date on these things.
Yeah.
Well,
they
this is expired, and they putting that vial in.
Shut up,
I'm not lying.
man. Go ahead with that.
I'm not lying. I'm not
Go
lying.
ahead with that.
This is what
I
they're
ain't
putting in the
messing with
time capsule.
I ain't messing with you. But go ahead, man.
Sounds retarded, doesn't it? Oh, I can't say retarded. Cancel me too.
Anyways, I'm moving.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
see.
moving.
Well, speaking of which, I was talking with a guy at a hospital. I'm not gonna say which one, but he says there's a new variant out.
It is.
Yeah, some kind of weird Buddha.
It is. I don't know. It is a new variant out. It hasn't hit the U.S. like yet, like talking about it, but it's a new variant somewhere in one of these countries. It's popped up or something.
So in other words, they haven't hit their quota yet.
Yeah. I mean, viruses mutate. That's what they do. That's why
That's the thing about the flu vaccines. Like they guess on which strand of the flu vaccine they want to put out there because the shit changes every year.
Yeah, I mean, it's viruses mutate. That's how viruses survive. So
That's how people survive.
that's true too. But
Because why? Because we're fucking viruses.
Get
I've been called worse.
yeah, I was about to say, our next episode,
Oh.
yeah, I forgot what day it was though. What day are we recording now?
14 days from the 11th.
The 25th, yes. Our next episode, we're gonna do our first segment live. Starting at what, 10?
Probably at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. We'll put some stuff on social media. So if you want to give us some comments or if you got a question during the live or something while we're recording, ask it. We'll try to respond.
Or if you just want to tell us to go to hell.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can do that.
Yeah. If I will say, if you ask a dumbass question, we may clown you. But it is what it is.
No WNBA questions.
Please direct all of those to Art.
Right, yeah. Or these two single gentlemen, if you want to holler at one of these two gentlemen, just go ahead and put it on the live. I'm sure they'll respond to you.
Ladies only.
Yeah.
Sixes and better.
Well, we be drinking, so y'all might respond to a 3.
I have in the past. Like right in public too. Tongue them down right in front of everybody.
And was not ashamed.
Was not ashamed. So I also wanted to mention, you see, apparently R. Kelly's been giving chicks herpes for
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
knowingly doing it.
Yeah.
This shit is looking real bad for him. We already knew.
Isn't that that should be some kind of form of assault?
Yes.
That's already a crime.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Not this fake assault of you not using my proper pronoun. That's not
Right,
assault.
no, that should be assault.
Just knowingly.
Yes.
He had his own personal doctor. Let all this shit that's coming out from this, like
How the hell did this not come out before now?
people were eating.
Yeah.
People were eating, so they stayed quiet. But
Listen, man, this dude, when the prosecutors wheeled 2 big ass carts full of evidence into the courtroom, you going to jail. They literally, the prosecutors had 2 big double tray carts that they wheeled in as evidence in the R. Kelly trial.
I question the accuracy of that evidence.
Of all of it?
Because that's too much.
You might be able to question
Because
some
that's too
of
much.
it.
it's too much.
That's too much. That's too much.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying though. You may be able to defend off like the top shelf on one of the cards.
But that's kind of my point. If you got that much evidence, this shit should have come out before now. If
People
you
was
got that
eating,
much
like I
evidence,
said, people was eating.
People were eating.
Nobody was talking.
if you got that kind of evidence,
Nobody was talking. Nobody was sending tapes to the police
Nobody was doing shit.
because everybody was eating.
even the people that were after him, by the time they got half a cart full of evidence, they'd have been ready to pounce. You don't need to wait until you get 2 carts full.
You gotta understand, man. First of all, if you put R. Kelly versus a versus of any others, one artist,
Yeah.
he's gonna smash them all.
Yep.
Yes,
This is
he
how
will.
great he was.
Yeah.
So imagine how much money he was
had-
making
yeah,
for
everybody.
the record label, his people,
Yeah.
and I mean, people would.
And you know when you're on that level, people at like record labels, they lawyers can make shit go away. You got to charge. Oh, let my lawyer go talk to the DA.
I don't know the stats, but it might have been some of the most money in R&B history at probably. Like,
I mean, it had to be up there.
It's up there. I mean, I'm sure he never made more than Mike, but
no, well, I won't call that. That's not
Mike
R&B.
is more pop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But that shit, and people were eating, man. I mean, there's just stories of motherfuckers, the bus door, the back door opening up when you're on the bed in the back, and he's in there with young shit, and they
Yeah.
just don't say nothing, they close the door and keep it moving, man.
Well, I mean, even Yo-Yo said she was on the
Yo-Yo.
breakfast jump with Angela Lee and
Oh,
Charlamagne.
Charlamagne, Breakfast Club.
Yeah, and Yo-Yo said that R. Kelly gave her daughter his number.
Not her.
No, she said, you know, she had heard the rumors and stuff, and she said, but she was in Chicago, she was recording some other stuff, and she had her daughter with her, and she was like, I'm gonna go say hey to R. Kelly, show love, whatever, whatever. And she said her daughter told her later on that R. Kelly gave her his number.
Yeah, I hope they put his
That's
ass
crazy.
under
Right.
prison, but he ain't gonna make it. Once he get in there,
Yeah,
he
no.
can make it a long time.
Pedophiles don't last in
He
prison.
don't give a fuck what kind of songs you sing.
Yeah. You can look. You can be a murderer. You can do with all types of shit, and in prison, motherfuckers leave you alone.
Mhm.
Pedophiles and rapists don't last long in prison.
And it's probably well as it should be.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They just don't.
They
You just don't last long.
It is what it is, dog.
Yeah. They just don't last
So,
long.
rest in peace, R. Kelly. when you
Somebody
go to
come
prison.
through with the quick shank and keep it moving.
The shit of.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, that's crazy.
All right. Well, first up, Biden came out. It was early this week,
Uh-huh.
and is putting out his vaccine mandate for all federal employees and any private companies with 100 employees or less. So it's
I thought 100 or more
100. Oh yeah, 100 or more. You get vaccinated or you get tested
weekly.
weekly. I can't say that I didn't know it was coming because I knew it was coming, but it's just
Listen,
I don't like it. I
No.
do not like it.
no. Listen, I'll say this. You know, first of all, let me say this before I say this. The vaccine is not a cure. It's just supposedly to lessen the chance that you get it, and
No.
if you
No.
well, hold on. If you get it, it's supposed to lessen the symptoms. Now, that's not the way they rolled it out.
That's not the way some of them keep pushing
Yeah,
it.
I know. That's not the way they were. That's what I was gonna say. That's not the way they rolled it out. That's not the way some of them pushed it. But that's what this vaccine does. It's like if you take a flu shot, you can still get the flu. It's not a cure. But to me, with that being said, you know, I personally think you should get the vaccine. But that's my choice. I don't think it should be mandated that somebody should get the vaccine. If you decide to get it, to me that should be your choice.
Especially if you're saying that, well, if all the facts and the data show that getting it only keeps you from getting violently ill and dying,
Right.
it doesn't prevent you from getting it, it doesn't prevent you from spreading it, then that's your personal choice if you want to take your own life in your own hands. You're not harming anybody because apparently vaccinated people are passing it. So you're not harming anybody, but they're throwing it out there like these unvaccinated people, they're a danger to society. That is
Well,
just absolutely not true.
That's because they politicized it.
Yes.
that's what I was getting ready to say. It's a political thing, and I'm not pointing fingers at either side because I
No,
don't
we're
care.
pointing fingers at both sides.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I don't
Well-
care what side you're on because one side is
Yeah.
saying if you don't get the vaccine, you're evil. You did this. You did this, and the other side is saying, well, I should never have to get a vaccine. The vaccine, but you take vaccines for other stuff. It's a personal choice, is what it should be,
And also
and it's not a political thing.
the Republicans you can't say that I shouldn't have to. You can't tell me that I shouldn't have to, but you're also saying somebody can't get an abortion.
Right.
At the same time, Democrats, you can't say my body, my
The
choice,
choice.
and then be pushing a vaccine on people.
Right.
The hypocrisy
Of
is
it all. It's all political.
Hey,
And that's what I'm saying, because I believe the vaccine is a good thing, but I believe it should be your choice to get it, just like it's your choice to get a flu shot. Just like it should. Now, when your kids go to school, they got to take a whole bunch of vaccines to go to
yeah,
school.
she just got her chicken pox and whatever the hell
Yeah.
they get.
Yeah, but
But they're also shit that's been out for a long ass time and
Right.
tested, tried, and true.
and but as an adult, I shouldn't. Now, a child's got to do if you're going to school what the school district says and what your parents say. But as an adult, I shouldn't be forced to take anything. Like I'm an adult, I can decide. I'm case in point. I didn't get a flu shot last year. I probably should have. I just was like, yeah, no, I ain't gonna think about it. I didn't.
I never get one.
I haven't had one since high school.
Well, I get them every once in a while because, full disclosure, I'm a diabetic, so they say I'm supposed to get it. So I do sometimes. Sometimes I don't. I am. But what you what it don't nobody is telling me you better go get it now. Is that what I'm saying? So
It's
I just
insane.
don't think. I think it's become so political now that some people that get it are not getting it because they want to. They're getting it because that's what you're supposed to do. And
Or they're being shamed by their friends and family too.
Mm-hmm.
that's true. Or there are some people that don't get it just because, I'm a home to live. Watch this. I'm not going to get it. And that's not. You're not making your own choice at that point.
That's retarded.
Right. You're not making your own choice at that point. You want to be contrarian. Now, what I'm saying is you should be allowed to make your own choice to say, okay, I'm going to get it. Because I didn't get it until late. I mean, what was it, Jay, in like July when I got mine?
July? Your first shot,
Yeah,
your first shot happened in
somewhere.
like June.
Yeah, my last one was in July.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, that's when I finally went and got it because I figured out which one I thought was the best. And,
By the way, Pfizer.
yeah, and I didn't want one of them. I ain't going to mention none. I didn't want one of them.
I think I know.
Because yeah, that one wasn't happening. But so
I haven't gotten it yet, and it's because, for one, I don't even take Tylenol for headaches. I put at least amount of shit in my body that like that as possible. Never take a flu shot, Tylenol, Advil, none of that shit. I just don't do it. And then I'm looking at the stats and the data and everything, and I feel that it's not fear. I'm not fearful of it. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
And I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just what. And like I say, I just don't.
Shouldn't be. I mean, fear controls you.
Yeah. Well, also there's data saying that this is like 50 to 60% of the people who have been hospitalized have already are on medication for anxiety and depression. So I don't know I don't know what fear or depression does to your what you call your immune system, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't help. But but it's either choice and the overreach of this government right now. I do not like whatsoever.
I just don't like how political everything is. You can.
And that's the whole problem with the mandate. Because it's like, if you're going to start now, where's that shit going to end?
Right.
I mean, you just
Well,
open
that's-
the door to
I
a
mean,
whole bunch.
That's a part of it. It's not like this is their end all be all. It's like they want to see what what you'll accept
Right.
and then keep it moving. Because once you give them an inch,
There it
they're
is.
gonna take a mile.
But to me, it's like, why does it have to be either you're with me or against me type mentality? Both things can be true. My personal opinion, the vaccine is good. People should get it, but it should be their choice to get it.
But that's
You see what I'm saying?
That's what this country has become.
Why is it gotta be all or nothing? Like, why is it gotta be you either gotta fall on this side of the fence or this side of the fence?
Because that's just the way they want it.
Because that's how Democrats and Republicans work.
Oh, that ain't just Democrat, Republican. That's everything.
I mean, that's crazy. I don't agree with the mandate. I understand. Well,
I don't.
well,
I do not.
what I was
understand.
gonna say this, because I was about to say, let me rephrase that. I get what he's trying to do. He's trying to. The deal is supposedly, according to the science, if 90% of the population is vaccinated, then you pretty much have the COVID under control.
That herd immunity.
And that's absolutely untrue.
Well, according to some science, it is true.
Yeah, according to the science that they're letting you see. But if you're only if you got there's a whole lot of scientists
Yeah.
out there that's saying and studies and data coming from other countries that they're not showing us. Like for Israel, for instance, they locked down and they vaccinated everybody way before everybody. You know what I'm saying? And the shit is still jumping off there.
Yeah.
So it's not like I say, the vaccine, the way it's designed is not to get rid of it.
No.
It's just to help you live with it.
But what I'm saying is there is science that's showing that. If
And I don't.
90%,
I know it. I've seen it, but I don't believe it.
Well, that's your personal.
Yeah.
I am nowhere near to have any kind of degrees in medicine or microbiology or any of that bullshit. But that's what they're going to try to do. They want 90% of the population vaccinated.
That ain't gonna happen.
Now, do I agree with that? Because it lessens what you get with it. It's not going to cure it. I keep saying that because motherfuckers think that the vaccine is supposed to cure you of it, and you're never
Yeah,
going to
because
get it.
people are saying that shit.
Yeah, and that's totally wrong. Even the politicians that say it, and some other people.
It's more than wrong. It's malevolent.
Yeah,
It's pure fucking evil to say that shit.
Yeah, and there's some other people that's saying it outside of politicians too. And I'm like, the vaccine doesn't do that. It it lessens the symptoms, lessens the chance you're going to get it. But to me, it's like, okay, I get that point. If that's what you believe, that's what you're trying to do. But you can't mandate that somebody put something in their body. Just like I don't agree with the Republican bill or whatever that shit is in Texas that's saying you can't get an abortion because I ain't never been pregnant.
Well, there's a whole lot in Texas I don't agree with.
Yeah, true. But I ain't never been
The
pregnant.
crazy thing about that is it's not even an exception for rape or incest.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. If I wanted to get rid of a baby, then if I'm the one carrying it, I should be able to get rid of it.
Texas, you gotta have a permit to fish, but not to carry a gun.
That's a good point.
Like I say, abortion just like fucking taking a vaccine. I'm not for abortions, but I do not think the government should be telling a person what to do with their body
No.
in any shape, form, or fashion
Nope.
whatsoever.
No.
If you want to offer an incentive, that's your business, but you
That's what I was
can't
going to say.
mandate.
That's what I was
what they
going to
do.
say.
See, that's the thing. They're incentivizing companies to start enforcing this shit, man. This shit's insane, man.
Yeah.
And then also I wanted to mention, so Joe Rogan
Mhm.
got COVID.
Mhm.
Went on Instagram and said he got COVID, and then he said he took a couple things and he felt fine within 3 days, and 5 days he was just working out again. So and the media immediately are smearing him, mainly once because Joe Rogan is the biggest podcaster on the planet,
Mm-hmm.
the most followers. Therefore, he has quote unquote influence. And so anything that says out of his mouth that goes counter to the narrative of what the the mainstream media is putting out has to be dealt with. And he came out and he said he used this thing called, which YouTube was flagging people for even mentioning the word. Starts with a I. I'm not gonna say what it is. But it helps to get rid of it's dewormer for animals, and also it's an anti-parasite, which is prescribed to humans, and also for like it has a viral antiviral properties like it's used for like what's that? Remember there was the Zika virus and all that shit. So it's been prescribed for 40 years, and the way they're spinning is like Joe Rogan's taking horse paste, and you know what I'm saying. So there's other ways to deal with. It's not 100% gets rid of it. It doesn't do anything, but it helps you live with it, just like the vaccine is doing it. And there's huh? Oh, and they're spinning and shitting on any alternate thing other than the vaccine, which I do not like.
Well, there's always alternative medicine. Now, I know what you're talking about. I don't know enough about that to sit here and comment.
Well, I've been researching it, so
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to comment on it because I don't know anything about it. I know it's prescribed to horses. That's all I know.
And humans.
Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know enough about it to give you an opinion.
I'm giving you opinion.
Yeah, but that's your opinion.
No, but I've done the research on it.
Yeah.
It's not just a horse. But that's what I'm saying. This is the point of what I'm making is the media is shitting on other forms of shit when there's legitimate facts and data to back up that it does work somewhat.
Well,
they got a narrative to push.
But
exactly.
that's always like Dr. Seavey. I mean, before he died, there was a bunch of he had some alternative medicines.
Yeah.
That's why he died.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother story. We can spend a whole topic on that.
But that's what I'm saying. It's just something real shady going, in my opinion, with this
Right.
whole thing. It's just something's just not right. I can't put my finger on it quite just yet, but I'm working on it.
The problem is we don't know if it's right or wrong because we can't trust the people that's talking to us.
No, you cannot.
So we really don't know.
You cannot.
Well, and that's listen.
You got to do your own research, and I mean when I say do your own research, I mean any possible thing that you can.
But unless you're working with it yourself, like you,
No, what I'm
you
saying-
gotta take the word of who's putting the
But
shit out,
that's
who's
what I was
writing,
getting ready to
who's
say.
writing the shit, who's posting the shit.
Yeah, and that's why you got to do,
You
and
know
you
what
got
I
to
mean?
compare and contrast, and then even though you still don't know 100%, you just got to say, okay, this is what I think is going on, or this is what I believe, versus just saying I believe this or I just believe that because that's all I'm taking in.
So
But-
basically, making educated guess instead of
Yeah.
just a guess.
Yes.
But I get all that, and that's what I'm with you. You make your own out of it.
But out of a lot of information.
But yeah, but my thing is because Cliff made that point where you can't trust the people that are talking. Okay. I think, and I'm not going to blame the geriatric toddler, but he brought it to light. But I think part of the problem is in America right now, we attack the messenger and don't hear the message a lot of times. And
This is true.
and it's not even that to me. That's not even a Republican or Democrat thing. We attack the messenger because
Well,
there's some Republican points that I'm like, damn, that's a good idea. There's some Democratic points that I'll go, damn, that's a good idea. But
people join these cults,
but
and
that's
they don't see anything outside of the cult.
Well,
Well-
now they listen to respond instead of
we're
listening
listening
to
to
understand.
right because that's what I was getting ready to say. Because if the geriatric toddler says it, there's some people that go, oh fuck it, I don't give a fuck what he say.
Mm-hmm.
And
but-
he has said some right shit.
Okay, but I'm going on the other side. When Nancy Pelosi say it, there's some people that go, that bitch, I can't talk, I can't listen to anything she say.
Absolutely.
And it's like,
No, I've liked some shit she said.
But
I just
that's-
don't like her as a person.
I got
Right,
you, I
but
got
that's
you.
what I'm saying.
I got you.
And there's some people that just because they say it,
Mm-hmm.
it's got to be completely wrong. And
Absolutely.
you know, now I don't agree with much the geriatric toddler says, and you know, I don't like him. I don't agree with much he says.
Most.
But yeah, but there was some stuff that I went, okay, I can deal with that.
Mhm.
But I think we spend a lot of time now attacking the messenger instead of hearing what they say. Now, yeah, sometimes people say bullshit and you go, that's bullshit. But you should at least, like Cliff said, listen to understand or at least see where they're coming from.
Too many people just draw a line in the sand. and
Right.
that's
Well,
it.
that's what you gotta do instead of listening to, because unfortunately the media does not do that. Either side.
No.
There's no quote unquote journalists, because journalists, what a journalist doesn't care where it leads.
Right.
They follow the evidence.
Follow the evidence.
And boom. But what these people do on both sides, on the Foxes, the MSNBCs, and the CNNs, what they do is they start from what they believe
Mhm.
and work the story to fit what they believe.
There you go.
And that is not journalism. That all that does is just fucking twist your brain in the fucking knots. And now nobody knows really what to believe about COVID and all this shit, because they're all just bullshitting.
Right.
So
I don't know, man.
it's sad,
Yeah.
and it's not gonna stop. And I personally don't think it's not gonna get it's not gonna get any better until God comes and makes it better.
I said it before, man.
It's a plague.
And it's a plague, man.
I have no evidence to disagree with you, sir.
So, but yeah, it is what it is, and I don't know. I don't.
They got every other virus under
No,
control.
hopefully, I hope it means 100 in the building that you work. Is it 100 that you in the building that you work with?
No, it's 100 employees.
And 100 employees.
Yeah.
That's sad. Well, I'm gonna have to see if I can take this testing. Will they jam it all the way up your nose? How's that work?
I don't want that either.
So
Have you been tested?
I've been tested once.
So
I didn't like it because it goes deep.
It seems unpleasant, man. When the
It
first
goes
time I
deep.
heard about it, I'm like,
I did not like it.
does it hurt or is it what is it? What is
It's irritating. It don't necessarily hurt, but it's irritating because it goes deep. You know, the
weekly?
you know the Mob Deep line, stab your brain with your nose bone.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well,
It's up there.
I'm working on my. I ain't gonna say this on it. So I'm trying to get around it. So.
I ain't messing with you. But yeah, I'm not messing with you. But yeah, that's crazy. Again, that's my position on it. I think we've talked on it, but my position is, I feel like you should get the vaccine, but it shouldn't be mandated. You should get it when you're ready. That's my position.
yeah, everybody just make your own choice, but kind of like what I said, make an informed choice. Do some form of research. Don't just go because this person said it, I'm gonna do it, or
that
because
person
this
said
certain
don't
person,
do
I'm
it.
not gonna do
Yeah.
it right. Do some. I mean,
Yeah.
And when I
read something.
And when I say research, I mean not your favorite celebrities on Instagram or.
No.
No.
Stay the fuck off social media.
Stay away from
You don't do
social
research
media.
on social media.
Don't listen to Tucker Carlson or Rachel Maddow or
Right.
none of these fuckers. Actually, there's all sorts of, which regular people don't do, but I think we should do, because there's also other shit not dealing with COVID that are in these things called medical journals, like the New England Medical. There's a whole lot of shit
And you know,
that can be learned from
and you know
actually
there's,
doing research.
there's actually libraries and online you could pick up a book and
A
read.
library. Woo!
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, actually books.
I mean, yeah, I read. Yeah, I'm a bit of a history buff. I can tell you more on that Robert E. Lee stuff, but we can talk about that offline. So, but yeah.
I think the whole vaccine thing,
Hmm.
that'd be a good topic to open up with next week on live. You know, people want to call in and give their thoughts on it.
Maybe. I'm
Just
not
the
sure.
vaccine
That's
in
a good
general
one,
and
man.
COVID.
But you know, we got
Call
2
the
weeks
show.
till then, so you never know what could pop off in the next 2 weeks. So,
Even better.
yeah, true. So, but yeah.
Oh, well. All right. So yeah, we'll be back in a second.
I was getting
All
my
right.
Drew McIntyre on.
So, we're back. What? Okay, lay down. Okay, get up here.
Yeah.
So we're back. Y'all switch beers? I'm see Cliff.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Oktoberfest from Two Roads Brewing. The Marzen style lager.
Who?
Marzen.
Marzen style lager.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it?
It's only 5.8 ABV, but again, with the Oktoberfest, the lagers, they're a little lighter. But they taste great.
Marzen? Like, what's that? How to spell?
Marzen, but it's got the thing over the A.
Okay.
So, yeah, and it's Oktoberfest.
Why is there a dude sucking on something?
Man, it's one of them guys over there is blowing their.
Pause. It better be.
He said pause.
He said. Better not be what kind of horn now.
Nah, man. Nah, Jay. It's one of them like
I
Viking.
don't want to hear from you after that last conversation you had, man.
Yeah, it's one of them Viking.
You pull yourself together over there.
what did I do?
Pronounce that, Art?
What's that? Oh, Leinenkugel.
Yeah, there you go. I got their Oktoberfest. It's 5.1.
Gotta be good.
Yeah, I can't pronounce the names. Pretty long ass
You
word.
never had a Leinenkugel beer before?
If I did, I couldn't pronounce it. So
No, they got a summer shanty that I like a
Yeah,
lot.
I had that one.
So, but yeah, it's good though. I just took a good sip of it.
Okay.
Got a nice amber color to it.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
Like
good.
you
though.
said, man, it's kind of hard to go wrong with an
I
Oktoberfest.
haven't had one yet. It's
Yeah.
bad. So
Yeah. Well, we used to think that about Sam Adams too, until they made the porch rocker.
what?
Well, yeah, like you said, it's still kind of hard to go wrong with it. It's
One
just
out
that
of
one.
what, 20 or whatever
Yeah,
the hell they
yeah,
got. It's not
yeah,
bad. It's
yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, I like my odds there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Before we get into this other segment, I forgot to mention a little rest in peace to Michael K. Williams.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mostly known for Omar on the Wire,
Right.
one of the greatest shows and greatest characters I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Also, he played Chalky White on Boardwalk Empire, another good show, and
Right.
just a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
He passed away looking like they're investigating foul play right now.
Terrible.
So shit, sad. But rest in
Yeah.
peace to Michael K. Williams, a very good actor
Yeah.
who's gonna be missed.
Yes, it is.
All right, so
Omar.
it's NFL time.
Yes, it is.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk some NFL. We're gonna go conference by conference. So we might split it up into two.
I was about to say you go division.
But first, I want to talk about the first game, the kickoff game, I guess is what you call it,
Yeah.
and also the big news that was before that was Cam Newton and Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Cam Newton got released.
Mhm.
Mac Jones was named the starter, and which most people thought that Cam Newton would start the season
Yeah.
and Mac Jones would eventually become the starter. And I think they just said, you know what? And being that Cam was out for quote unquote COVID reasons before,
Yeah.
and Mac got to start in practice against the Giants because they were doing the team practice, and they saw him how he worked against the
They say he lit them up.
issue,
Yeah.
and so why not just start him? And I get it. And then you can't somebody with the dynamic personality of Cam Newton
You can't have him as a backup.
he can't back up. He can't back up a lot of quarterbacks. Like he could back up Aaron Rodgers
yeah.
or
Yeah,
Tom Brady. Yeah,
Yeah.
he can't back up somebody who's
No.
just getting their feet wet, or a young rookie, or a second. He just can't. Because once Mac Jones would throw an interception, what's the camera going to do? It's going to look at Cam Newton on the sideline.
Yeah.
What are all the questions going to be after the game?
Yep.
And so
I still talk about what Cam's wearing.
yeah, fucking.
Well, that's a whole nother.
That's
Yeah.
Men, stop wearing the rompers.
Yeah.
Stop it.
And
And
Russell
skirts.
Westbrook.
Skirts.
Yeah, I was about to say Russell Westbrook had on a skirt. the other
Oh,
day.
stop it. Well, he's playing in L.A. L.A.'s weird.
I don't care how.
Yeah, that's another topic. Unless
Yeah,
unless you're from Scotland.
Yeah.
Scotland. Yeah.
You don't put on a skirt.
And when you're you got to be doing one of those little manly Scotland competitions where they
Right.
be
Flipping
carrying
telephone
logs.
poles or
yeah.
something, yeah.
That's when they wear them. They don't just willy nilly just be wearing kilts.
Throwing axes,
yeah.
yeah.
look manly while you're wearing it, and
Yeah.
nobody pays attention to the skirt.
Speaking
You
of which,
don't walk inside a building wearing a skirt.
y'all fellas want to go axe throwing? There's a place up in
Oh,
Ashland.
yeah, I guess a guy.
I'll go.
A guy at work is going to that joint.
Yeah, I go.
I go. I look at, and I've seen it on ESPN, and I've seen these motherfuckers hit the bullseye like
Yeah.
every throw. So I don't know how, but we're gonna do. But let's do it.
Yeah, I
Tom
saw.
Chrisley can do it.
Yeah,
We can do it.
Oh, if that gay motherfucker can do it.
I saw it on ESPN right after I watched the cornhole championship. The axe throwing came on.
You got a lot of time to watch TV, don't you?
So you've never been up late at night and watched cornhole championships?
No, sir. I work during the day.
I have.
See, oh, I have.
I've actually watched more cornhole matches than I have WNBA games. So that's how I feel about cornhole.
That's until Maya gets to the league.
Shut the hell up.
Oh, I hope we get some WNBA questions.
Yeah, please. Going live on the 25th.
Oh, man.
Please send us WNBA questions.
All right, so
Anyway.
well, not gonna talk about the game. I'm just gonna say, Dak looked good.
He did.
Tom Brady looked good.
Mm-hmm.
Both running games looked terrible.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the game. And you can't give Tom Brady a minute and 23 seconds left on the game.
Nope.
No,
Mm-mm.
no. The way to beat him is to blow his ass out,
Yeah.
or don't give him the ball back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and Leo Collins got suspended for the first 5 or 6 games after that.
Yeah.
PEDs.
I can't believe people are still doing that.
Morons. But anyway.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's been getting away with this so far.
Because he has a doctor that's not a doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, supermodel wife that probably keeps you young.
They kept showing those pictures of him at like 2003.
Yeah.
And then now, the only thing different is the hair, really.
Supermodel wife. I mean, if you went home to Giselle Bundchen every day.
And not just a supermodel wife, like she's the #1 supermodel in the world.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tom Brady for being, for looking out.
Yeah.
The GOAT?
Yeah.
That's the GOAT move. Damn the football.
All right. So we're gonna start with the AFC, because we're all Washington fans, and we start talking about NFC and we'll never get to the whole shit. So we'll save that for the end.
Okay.
Good move.
Yeah, that works.
Y'all two fools can't stop talking about Washington.
Yet you're wearing the shirt.
I'm a Washington fan.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So AFC East, Patriots, Bills, Dolphins, Jets.
Bills.
You got the Bills winning.
Bills winning. We see. You see the Dolphins looking good, because
I think they're going to be.
I see them challenging for
Decent.
a playoff spot.
Yeah, I think because there's 7 playoff teams, so I think they'll be in the fight for that 7th.
So we're looking at 3 wild cards for basically
Yeah.
3 wild cards.
Yep. And I think they'll be in for that
Yeah.
7th spot.
Yeah, they'll be in the running for it.
Are we sold on Tua?
Not completely.
And I don't think they are, because they hate letting information get out, but the motherfuckers in the
looking
hunt.
at Deshaun Watson. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a clear upgrade.
It is, but is it? If you've got this guy that they drafted, what number did they draft?
6.
It's like 6.
Yeah, Tua was 6 overall.
So
I mean,
is he as bad as Josh Rosen, who got shipped out? Like, what I'm saying?
I had this talk with somebody else. We can't shit on Josh. We don't know what he is, honestly. He's never had a fair shot.
That's true.
We don't know what he is ultimately.
So you think it's nothing's fair, but
I'm just
we had
saying.
the COVID season last year. We had a man coming off of a hip
I'm just
injury.
saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it like this.
Fucked up.
I mean, you're talking about Tua and they going after Deshaun. I'm not knocking Tua for that. I mean, what if the Chargers? I mean, they got Herbert, but what if they had a chance to bring in Tom Brady? I mean, you think they're not gonna discuss that?
And one thing I will say about when you have all these discussions about quarterbacks and shit like that, even the media, even though they have insiders, nobody is at the practice every day and really sees what the fuck is
Because the
going on.
media can only see like the first
Mm-hmm.
20 minutes of practice.
Yeah, so everybody comes up with analysis, or my inside guy said this and said that, but unless you're there,
Right.
you just don't know.
Yeah.
True.
I didn't watch enough Dolphins games last year, but I mean, shit,
Who did?
fucking Fitzpatrick played half of them bitches, and so you know,
Yeah. Who watched?
No,
They
Dolphins?
were actually pissed when he got benched.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Imagine
So-
that.
But they got a good defense. They got weapons. It's just all up to Tua. So
Got a coach that came from that New England tree.
That's true too.
yeah, Matt Patricia went back, but
They don't all make it the first time. McDaniel said to go back.
So we're going Bills 1,
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins 2, or Patriots 2. Are we going to count Bill Belichick and the Dolphins out after
No, I'm
1
going-
year of not making it to the
I'm
playoffs?
going Patriots too.
No.
Just like we were talking earlier, Cleveland gets no benefit of the doubt. Bill Belichick gets benefit of the doubt.
And I personally think Mac Jones is that type of
Yeah.
quarterback.
He was
Yeah.
perfect.
He's
I
fucking perfect.
I got them
Yeah.
too.
So
The Bills 3, and I'm assuming.
Dolphins squeaking in it.
I mean, Bills 1,
Bills
Dolphins
won.
3,
Dolphins
and I'm
three.
assuming everybody has the Jets last.
Yeah, and I feel sorry for what's his name? What's the quarterback they
Zach
got?
Wilson.
Zach Wilson, who probably has all the talent in the world,
But he
but
went to the Jets.
man, teams will make or break you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the Jets.
And it's the Jets. All right, so
That's
AFC
true.
South.
Going south. Okay.
What you got?
Titans, Jags,
Colts.
Colts, Texans.
Texans. We're not
Last.
even gonna
Yeah.
mention. We're
They're
not even
last.
talking
They're
about
last.
them. They're last.
They're last.
Okay, don't even
Texans.
enter.
I think the question is, who's worse, Texans or Jets?
Ooh. Oh.
I don't know. Texans got
I'm going Texans. Well,
Ingram now, so they got a little. I don't know.
Yeah, but they got Tyrod.
They
Tyrod's
do.
the starting quarterback.
Tyrod is a game manager. That guy. He's
But-
not gonna lose the game, but he's not gonna win you the
Yeah.
game in the end. I got the Jets.
Jets are better than the
The
Texans?
Jets are gonna be better than the Texans.
What you think?
I think the organization is worse.
Yes.
Oh.
What you think?
Oh,
Young Bucks?
Oh, Jets? The Jets,
Jets
are
or Titans? Who worse? I mean, Jets or Texans?
Oh, Texans are worse by a mile. by a
Who's
mile.
worse, Jets or Texans, Jay?
Infinitely.
I think they're both horrible, but I'm gonna say the Jets. in my
The
opinion.
Jets?
Yeah.
The Jets at least made an attempt.
No, I think that's the only thing. Outside of their division, I think the Jets are gonna. I think they can get 5 games, even though there's one more game this year. There's one more game this year.
5?
5.
They don't play the Texans 5 times.
No, they
Yeah,
don't.
you putting a lot on it.
But anyway,
The Jets are going to win 5 games?
mhm.
Hey, pull up their schedule, because
5.
I need Art to tell me what 5
I
they're gonna
don't
win.
know. I want to see it. I'm blind betting. Blind betting. So, what would you put money? Would you put money on the Jets winning 5 games, or the Titans, or the Texans winning 5 games?
Neither.
You got to pick one.
Nah, man. No,
All right.
I ain't betting neither one of
So
them.
as it
If
looks-
I had to, I would give you the Jets. But I'm not saying either one of them going to win 5 games. This is ridiculous.
Texans gonna own
It's a shitty ass organization.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
So Colts, Jacksonville. I got Jacksonville next to the Texans, but I don't know because I don't know what Urban Meyer and Trevor
I don't-
Lawrence going to do. I don't even know who else they got on their team.
I don't think they're going to be any good. They got the running back guy that's pretty good.
Who? 18 got hurt.
No, not 18.
Robinson.
Robinson, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good, but
Yeah, but
I don't see 5 games for the Jets.
he's still looking forward.
no 5.
I don't see it.
Uh,
I
that's
mean,
terrible.
have at it.
Yeah, but,
Maybe
yeah.
you do, but I don't see 5, man.
No,
They can beat Cincinnati.
Okay, that's one.
one.
Oh, they at them. If Denver came to them, they could beat Denver. It's a hard place to win in Denver.
Everything.
Jacksonville.
That's 2.
I'm not even sure.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay. But
All right, so we don't think anything out of Jacksonville.
no,
That'll be fun to watch. I want to see Trevor Lawrence.
I got the
Can Derrick Henry go 2,000 2 years in a row?
No,
I don't think so. They're going to win their division though.
I say no because now he has to share the rock with Julio Jones.
Yeah, but they're going to. He's not going to get 2,000, but they're going to win their division because their division is terrible.
Yeah. I don't know if he necessarily has to share the rock with Julio Jones because there's still going to be a running team because Ryan Tannehill
is Ryan Tannehill.
is Ryan Tannehill, and you're gonna always run first. And if he's running good, you don't have to pass.
You don't bring in Julio Jones at that salary simply to be a decoy for 17 weeks.
No, I'm not saying he's a decoy, but your first option is to run, and if
I'm with you there.
if,
I give you
if
that.
Derrick Henry is running good, you just don't have to throw.
Julio has to get his touches.
He doesn't have to.
He gonna get
He gonna get his touches.
he gonna get about 6 catches a game, about 8 targets,
Mm-hmm.
about 6 catches. But he gonna have 6 catches for like 150 yards because he gonna be so wide open.
And Derrick Henry gets the
Yeah.
ball 25 times.
And they're gonna fake it to Derrick Henry,
I agree with that part.
and they fake it to Derrick Henry and throw it to Julio Jones.
So we sold on the Titans. Oh, what about a healthy Carson Wentz who's got over the cobwebs in his
Doesn't
head? No.
Doesn't matter.
I say they clearly finished second.
Yeah, they will. They're
Oh.
clearly the second best team.
If they don't,
Clearly finished,
Yeah.
oh my
they-
God.
Clearly the second
There's
best.
no way they could not finish second. I don't know how you bet that because I'm a betting guy. Can I bet that there's no way
The
that
Titans.
the Colts
the Colts
will
finished
finish
second.
worse than second in their division?
I don't know.
FanDuel Sportsbook and
Yeah.
let's see what we can do here.
Jacksonville and Houston. They can, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think this is the most interesting division in the AFC. Is that the AFC North?
Oh, I thought you were saving that for later. But go
No,
ahead.
no.
The North.
Yeah.
Most interesting division
Yeah, that North, AFC North is for real.
because all the experts who don't know shit are picking Cleveland.
Everybody in that division has a chance, well, except for the Bengals.
Yeah, except the Bengals.
Except for the Bengals. We're not even talking about the Bengals.
Well-
I hope, because I think he's a good quarterback. I hope
Burrow.
Burrows stays healthy
Yeah.
because I think he's got a lot to offer the league
I think he does,
and
too.
fans and shit like that. Because he's a gamer. I love his personality and all
Yeah.
that shit.
And he can
just
play.
He can.
He can play.
He's just on a shitty ass team.
Yeah, shitty ass organization.
But first of all, you never. I mean, you just. Pittsburgh is still Pittsburgh
Yeah.
Mhm.
until they're not Pittsburgh
Yep.
anymore. And they made the playoffs last year, even though they started off hot
Yeah.
and fell off at the end.
Yeah.
They're still Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Mhm.
My hands are pitchy.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
But everybody's picking Cleveland.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm picking Baltimore.
It's still Cleveland.
So you picking Baltimore after they lost 3 running backs?
They signed Le'Veon Bell, Latavius Murray,
And
They signed all the.
Devonta Freeman.
Devonta
Devonta
Freeman.
Freeman,
Yeah. Ain't like they signed
So,
Spurs.
and when the best running back is Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yep.
So no hope in Cleveland is what you're saying.
I'm not saying no hope. I'm just saying they gotta prove it. Like we were saying earlier, Cleveland
I
gets
like
no
that.
benefit of the doubt.
I actually think Baltimore's going to win that division, but I also think Cleveland and the Steelers are going to make the playoffs.
I think all
Well, that
three
happened
of-
last year, right?
I think so.
Who? Yeah, that's exactly what happened last year.
All three of them got a shot at it.
Yeah.
I think we agree Baltimore will probably finish first.
Yeah.
Cleveland could, and Pittsburgh could.
This is one I cannot pick because I would say Baltimore would finish, but something about Pittsburgh and Najee Harris and a Ben Roethlisberger who's quote unquote looking good right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
See, I have them finishing third in the division. I have Cleveland finish second.
And also T.J. Watt with his new contract.
But I also,
Unfortunately, that means he'll probably get hurt.
yeah, true. Like I said, I have Pittsburgh finishing third, but they still gonna make the playoffs.
I'm sorry, I just can't put that much faith in Cleveland. I can't. In any sport.
See, I'm usually that way, but they made the playoffs last year. That's why I can give them a little bit more benefit. I'm not
Right.
picking them to win the division, but I do think because roster-wise,
They're good.
they're outstanding.
They're very good.
Think the Clippers. That's
Nah,
the same.
nah.
They had talent, and you weren't picking them for shit. You got to do it before they get no benefit of the doubt. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're not good, but you get no benefit of the doubt. You've been garbage too long.
Okay.
You got to get that
They
stink
have
off.
been
You got to get that
garbage for a
stink off
long
you.
time.
So you
But
got
Cleveland-
Cleveland finishing
but-
third.
Cleveland is different than Clippers just because Cleveland used to be good at one point, and
That's true.
Okay, this Cleveland has never been good.
well, it's the city. I'm not. I'm not talking about.
No, these Browns have never been good. You forget the first Browns are now the Ravens.
I know that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking that into consideration. I'm just taking the city and the team, the colors. I'm not talking about the organization.
Gotcha.
Again,
Because if you want to put on that note, before they moved to Baltimore, that organization was some shit,
Yeah,
and they turned it around.
that's true too.
Cleveland, when they came Baltimore. So anybody can turn around, except for the Clippers. They cannot turn it around.
I'm sorry, I gotta put Cleveland on. They gotta show me they can do it. Again, they're not garbage, okay? But they gotta show me first. They get no benefit of the doubt.
Why
Man.
does every time we talk sports, somehow the Clippers suck come in?
Because they're a bar.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
The Clippers are a measuring bar.
Yes.
And no matter what sport you're talking about, and actually you can turn it to just everyday life. Just measure your life against the Clippers.
Yeah, you don't want to clipper it up. You don't want to clipper your life up.
You don't want to have expectations that you'll never meet.
That fits the Browns.
I've got a little more hope.
Yeah, I got them finished in second.
I do.
I do. I got them finished.
I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying I need to see it.
Now they're not going to go to the AFC Championship game.
No,
Oh hell no.
No.
no, not at all.
Even the Clippers made it to the Western Conference Finals.
But did they?
They were there.
Were they?
They were there.
Y'all stupid.
Oh,
Y'all
shit.
stupid.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
It is.
That's true.
That's the Clippers are a broken clock. But I do. I like their team. I like,
Yeah,
And
I
I-
think the Browns are.
I like how they're put together. I do.
and I think Kevin Stefanski is legit,
Yeah,
Might
he
be.
made Kirk Cousins look good.
which is
Enough
there's
said.
nothing sweet about that guy.
Enough said. man.
There's nothing good about that guy.
Enough
It
said.
takes a Kevin Stefanski or a Kyle Shanahan
To
or
make
a
you look good.
Josh McVay to make Kirk Cousins look good.
Yeah, it do. It do. So yeah,
Agreed.
yeah.
Yeah, other than
You'll
that,
get no argument here.
other than that, he's just Jay Schrader.
Oh. Ah,
You know, yeah. Throwback.
we were young. We had hope in Jay Schrader.
Yeah, we didn't know no better.
Yeah, we ain't
know no better.
We didn't know about it. I used to wonder why my dad screamed at the TV.
Yeah, he was fucking terrible.
But
Yeah.
now I'm older, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, we all understand. Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right.
we gotta do it.
Just for the record, I got Baltimore. I'm going Baltimore 1.
Me too.
Pittsburgh or Cleveland could be 2 and 3.
I'm going Pittsburgh 1, Baltimore 2nd. Yes.
Cleveland third.
And Cleveland. Well, Cleveland. I'm going Cleveland and Baltimore.
Interchange.
Could be it, right.
Interchange. But I got, for some reason, I don't know. I have nothing to base this on. I just, for some reason, Pittsburgh.
Because it's always been
It's 'cause-
Baltimore and
and
Cleveland.
it's-
I mean, Baltimore and
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. I think a Najee Harris is going to do a lot for that.
I do too. Actually,
I got him on my fantasy too,
I
so I'm
do
hoping
too.
for. I'm hoping for a lot.
yeah.
Hoping for a lot.
Yeah.
No.
I got Cleveland 2 and Pittsburgh 3. But they're all playoff teams. So
And then, so that's 3 playoff teams we got there. We got a division winner. We already went to the South. Just one out of the South.
one out of the South.
One out of the East.
One in a possible. In the
One in a
Austin.
possible.
Playing
I'm
spades.
going to go ahead and say 2.
I got one in a
I'm
possible.
going to go ahead and say 2 out of these.
Because I got a possible in the West too.
Because I'm not counting out Belichick.
Yeah.
Like, can't do it.
Like for what I said
No,
about
that's why I
Cleveland,
said-
they don't get benefit of the doubt. Belichick gets benefit of the doubt.
But that's why I said I give Belichick a possible because I got this.
I got Patriots in the playoffs.
yeah,
But I got a
I got a
a
minute
possible
until he
in
proves
the-
me wrong.
I got a possible because of Belichick in the East, but we getting ready to talk the West, and I got a possible in the West too.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Is your
Going to the
possible the
West.
Chargers?
Yes.
Because it's not Denver.
No. No.
And Raiders.
Nope. No, it ain't the Raiders.
So they keep saying that Gruden has a 10-year contract and they get rid of the GM first. But just because you have a 10-year contract, does that mean they can't get rid of you?
They could, but they owe you money for
That's
those
right.
years.
So that's how. So they have to pay out his contract.
Yes. The way it's language in your contract, but it's something like they still have to pay him
Yeah, I think his deal was fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Because he's not living up to it right now.
but he's
No.
the one that brought in the GM.
Yeah, I know.
It was Mike Mayock.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, you can't. When we talk to West, yeah.
Well, we all know the Chiefs are going to be.
Yeah,
the
I was
Chiefs.
about to say we got to talk about the other three teams.
Yeah, we're
That's what I was
talking,
getting
we're
ready to
talking
say.
2 through 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, actually, we're talking 2 through 3 because I have no faith in Denver whatsoever.
See, and I don't. But here's the thing, man. With Denver,
They got a squad, but something
they
about
do.
them.
They got a defense. They got a defense.
Yeah.
And they can run. They always run. They even got some receivers. All their questions are at quarterback.
They got Tyrod.
No.
No, they got
Bridgewater.
Bridgewater, who can't throw deep,
Yeah.
So-
And what's the other guy?
and
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock, who likes to throw it to the other team.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's got
he's got a nice arm. He's got the
The
look,
boy can throw it.
Well, he's
He
got
just-
but he-
SEC pedigree.
but he throws it to the wrong
Yeah.
wrong jersey.
That's
All
their
the
only
time.
question.
That's a big question.
It's a huge question.
And that's why, because I've got, Justin Herbert is better than any of those two guys.
Yes. Yes, he
And
is.
he's shown it on a shitty team.
Yes, it is. So.
San Diego's not shitty. San Diego's one of those teams that always has it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. They did move to LA, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they did.
Hmm.
Yeah, they did.
They've always one of those teams that has a team and they're good,
Right.
They got pieces.
but they just
There's something about it.
they
They
can't.
can never put it all together.
There's something about it.
But they got pieces. They damn sure got a quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's legit.
I just hope he don't have a good game tomorrow. After that,
Yeah.
after that, he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah. I need my edge rushers to tee off on him tomorrow.
But that's a whole nother. We get to that later. But yeah.
So that's your possible.
Yeah.
No hope for the Raiders and John Gruden.
Nope. I have zero
Derek
faith.
Carr, Josh Jacobs.
Zero faith. I mean, let's think
New
about
stadium?
I've got.
Zero faith.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I got the Raiders kind of in the same position that I had the Dolphins, challenging for it. Not saying they'll make it, but I got them challenging.
Listen. The one Super Bowl that Gruden won
Was Tony
was
Dungy.
Tony Dungy's team.
Tony Dungy couldn't win with them.
Well, to his credit,
I mean,
he almost won
he
one
couldn't.
with Rich Gannon.
Yeah, he almost did with Rich Gannon, but the only thing he did to that team was when he took it over was he opened up the offense. Tony Dungy played safe offense. It was run the ball, punt. We'll just play defense.
So Tony Dungy didn't know shit about offense. Obviously, that's why he went to the Colts and let Peyton Manning run everything.
Exactly. But John Gruden, he came in and said, "All right, let's throw the ball a little bit," and they won the Super Bowl. It's not a. It's,
John Gruden's his
he's a Gruden.
but his
He did with that squad what Tony Dungy couldn't do.
but I think he gets so hyped up is because when you hear him commentating on a game or his
His
personality
demeanor,
Mm-hmm.
is so infectious.
It
yeah,
is.
yeah, it is.
Like when he do that quarterback camp on thing he would do,
I used to watch that all the
that
time.
he
Love
just
it.
Yeah.
he is just so infectious, but that does not translate
To wins.
to fucking wins.
No, it
But
doesn't.
And
when,
he-
you, but, when
he's
you have,
milking it.
but when you have that personality and a Super Bowl ring, that buys you some credit.
It does, but I got them as third in that division, and I don't even think it's gonna be close third. Like I think the Chargers and Chiefs are gonna be well above the other two teams in that division.
I think the Chargers are going to beat the Chiefs at least one time, one of them games
Probably.
I'll go with that. I mean, I actually got the Chargers in,
in the
See,
playoffs.
to be honest.
So we got
That's not. Well, I don't, because I the
That's
last
impossible.
playoff spot I got a possible between the Patriots and the Chargers. They're gonna be the two teams fighting.
so we got three from the north,
Yep.
one from the south.
Yep.
So that leaves three. So we
Yeah.
got two winners in the east and the west, and a possible between.
The Chargers and Patriots.
I like it.
That's
I like
my yeah. That's my
Now there's a stat. The last 10 years, 4 teams that made it in the playoffs don't make it in the next year, and this is like
every year.
like every year.
Yep.
So who made it to the playoffs in the AFC? We're just talking the AFC last year.
Steelers, Chiefs,
Ravens.
Ravens, Titans,
Browns.
Browns. There's one more that I can't think of. Colts.
Bills.
It was, yeah, Bills.
Colts and Bills.
No, it was just the Bills. It was only
Now
six.
it's not 4 teams from
No,
each.
it was 7 last year.
Yeah, it was 7. They did it
It
last
was
year.
7
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, that was last year was the first year.
Yeah, last year.
And it's
Okay.
4 teams from both conferences, so it's not just like one conference. 4
Conference,
teams.
yeah.
So I gotta take the Colts out.
Yeah.
No, it's 7 from both conferences.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying as far as that don't make
Make
it the
it,
next
yeah.
year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so-
The Colts out.
Colts out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got them out.
Mm.
I don't know. I'm going with that, because we talked about that back in the north. One of them, either the Browns or whoever finishes third in their division does not make it. I say they don't send 3.
Oh,
Oh,
I do.
I think they sent in 3.
I don't believe they're sending all 3. They're gonna beat up on each other all year.
I think all three.
One of them gonna come up short.
Because I think that's going to be their only losses. Is going to be in.
There's only other one division that's gonna send 2, I think.
Right.
So they have to send 3 because the South ain't sending 3.
No, the South ain't sending. No,
They ain't sending 2. They
They-
shouldn't send 1.
they got the South has a shot at.
I mean, Titans is okay, but do we really?
the South has.
Come on.
I ain't gonna lie. South has an outside shot at 2. An outside
Colts?
shot at this. Yeah, with the Colts.
Yeah.
An outside
If
shot.
there's some injuries to the Patriots or Chargers, the Colts got a chance.
If Carson Wentz gets hurt, then the Colts can go.
He gets hurt, they bring in Nick Foles.
I just have no faith in Carson Wentz.
Nick Foles didn't win the.
I have zero faith in any of that.
No.
Because they're like the Chargers, they got a squad all around.
Colts?
Yeah,
Oh, they legit.
yeah, they got
They
a
just
squad.
don't have a quarterback.
They
No.
quarterback.
No. Their quarterback from last year is coaching high school football and putting it on people, by the way.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a high school football coach now.
Doesn't he have like 11 kids?
Something like that.
Oh, Rivers?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's no, it's not. It's not quite 11, but it's up
He's
there.
got his
It's
own
up there,
baseball
yeah.
team. I think he's got 9.
Yeah.
He's got his own baseball team. So,
God
yeah.
damn, man. If Andrew Luck could have stuck it out for one more bad season,
He was getting his ass
He was
whooped. They
getting-
didn't protect him.
Yeah, they didn't.
he's actually
They spurred him.
Yeah, they did.
They treated him like we treated Patrick Ramsey.
he was so good.
He was. He was. So, yeah. I mean, I guess we move over to the other
well,
conference.
so we're all basically the same, except Cliff doesn't think Cleveland's getting it.
Yeah,
No,
Cliff,
no, no. I didn't say
Cliff
they're
doesn't
not-
think
no, no,
the
no.
North is sending 3 teams.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're not sending 3. I'm just not giving them benefit of the doubt. I agree with everything y'all said. I'm just not giving them benefit of the doubt. They have to prove to me that they can win. That they can win, get in, and actually do something.
2 years in a row.
Gotcha.
Because they proved it last year they could get in.
The fucking Redskins got in last year. So what you saying?
But they got in at
Washington
7.
football team,
They got in at 7 and 9. At 7,
7 and 9.
7-9. Cleveland was not under 500,
Cleveland wasn't a division winner.
No.
but they was in.
Yeah.
So were we. Are we gonna get into? Well, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later. But no. So no. I'm just all I'm saying is they get no benefit of the doubt. I get that they're good. Like I'm not knocking that.
Okay.
There's no benefit of the doubt.
Cliff hates Cleveland.
They gotta give me something to like.
All right. So on to let's start with the shittiest division in NFC,
The NFC East.
Jeez, the least.
the NFC East. But I think it's gonna look a little different than last year. If
I think so too.
I just, first of all, Eagles and Giants, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even gonna talk about them.
No.
I don't believe in Jalen Hurts. I don't believe in Joe
I'm
Flacco.
about to go a curveball.
I don't believe in who they just get, Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Gardner Minshew's okay, but he might be starting by the end of the season.
Yeah.
But no, it's not going to be an Eagles and Giants division. So we're talking Cowboys and Redskins. Oh, I'm sorry, Washington football team.
On a side note,
Yeah.
Tanya Snyder dropped, I don't know if y'all were listening to it, I forget which podcast it was the other day. She said it's down to 8 names
Yeah, I saw that.
for them to choose from, and somebody else was like, they already know the name. They've narrowed it down to like 3, and that's only because of like trademarks and going through the process. But they
Yeah.
said, someone said they pretty much know what the name's gonna be. They've already chosen it.
Why not just keep watching football team?
That's one of the finals.
Is it?
It is, and I swear I hope it doesn't.
I don't know. As long as they don't change the colors, I guess.
They said they're not
No, they
changing
said
the
the
colors.
colors will stay.
Colors will stay. All right. I just can't.
But did you? I mean, I know you said you saw it. Did you hear some of those names?
I don't want to hear another name.
Don't worry about it.
I don't want. I don't want another name.
Yeah.
And-
Like one of them was Armada, the Washington Armada.
Like a fleet of boats.
Sheets. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Like someone said, another name that you might have
What
to
is-
change in a few years.
Or they said Sentinels, like off the movie, the Washington
Sentinels.
Sentinels.
The presidents,
No.
the commanders,
No.
the Red Hogs.
The Red Wolves.
Red Hogs,
obviously
Red
the Red
Wolves.
Wolves. That's
No.
another one.
No.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. We're not making this up,
Yeah, that was a name.
I've accepted the Washington football team.
and I have not, and I will not.
So you're gonna accept the Commanders?
No.
See,
But it's better than football team.
I don't think it is.
I might become a Panthers fan. I might. We don't know this. That hasn't been decided yet.
You're gonna switch teams
I am that
because of the
serious
name.
about this. Yes,
Right.
I am that serious. First of all, in case it wasn't obvious, I'm not happy about the name being changed from Redskin.
What?
You know, let me just put that
No.
out there. Okay.
No.
But if it has to change, no, man, something stupid. Like, and they were talking about this on another sports radio show I listened to. Let's say they did choose the president.
Mm.
What's your logo gonna be?
Donald Trump.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, like
Obama, that
I
would be
can't,
one.
you know,
Yeah, there you go. It'll be President Obama
You know.
on the side of the
I don't want to see that shit
and
neither.
guess what? You'll lose half of your fan base.
John F. Kennedy.
You'll lose half your
You'll lose
fan
half
base.
of your fan base.
Well, the younger crowd doesn't know who the fuck he is, so
You would have to pay attention to history.
How about a dollar bill with no face on it? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Lincoln. You can
well, that's
say
the
Lincoln.
Washington football team.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
They
what that
can't be the
is.
presidents. That's not even a.
That's what I'm saying. So like, yeah, that's
No, come on.
President football.
No, that's not. That's fucking gay.
all right.
Yeah, it is. Let me
All right.
start.
All right.
But yeah, but so did you finish with your ranking on that one? Or?
Well, we know you You rudely interrupted me with some nonsense.
I'm sorry.
And we got off on a tangent.
Well-
but yeah.
So it's gonna the division. They're not sending. I don't think they're gonna send 2 teams either. It's gonna be one.
Oh, just one.
The East. It's gonna be one team. It's
Just
gonna be
one.
the Cowboys or
Washington football team.
okay.
And see, I think it's a possible.
Mm.
I think one in a possible.
I think we're going to
Because
Well,
it's 7 playoff teams. That's
Yeah.
why. If it was still 6, I would say it's only going to be 1.
The reason I can't go with that possible is because with the numbers now, it's possible for an entire division to go.
Yeah.
And the
It's
West.
possible the entire NFC West could go. That's possible.
The problem is, like you said, with the AFC North, is they got to play each other. So some people going to get some.
Agreed.
Let's talk about.
Agreed.
Yeah, let's talk about it. We're on the NFC East.
Well,
Let's get our rankings for the
The-
NFC East. What you got?
Washington has the best defense.
Yeah.
It's clearly the Cowboys are going to have the best offense if Dak stays healthy.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
from what I've seen, we're not. We can win with defense, but we don't have the best offense.
no, not at all. But yes, they have the best quarterback, probably the best receiving core. But with Leo Collins being suspended, that's your right tackle, and Tyron Smith been hurt the last 3 or 4 years as a left tackle. So that's my issue with the Cowboys
And then also,
and their defense.
head-to-head matchups matter, but we don't play each other until down the season, so there's no telling what your team is going to look like.
The NFL did that on purpose.
Yeah, everybody might be banged up by the time that game happens. Cause it's that game, then another game, and then they play again, right?
Yeah, the
So-
NFL knew that the other 2 teams suck ass in the division, and you put them 2 because both of them games gonna get flexed to Sunday night or whatever. Everybody know.
all right, here comes the curveball. I say y'all are shortchanging the Giants. I say that's the biggest competition right now, and that's a if. There's a if.
Saquon Barkley stays healthy.
No, if Daniel Jones can be anything what they think because you know what? They got a squad around him. He's got
Oh,
weapons.
they got just. I don't have any faith in Daniel Jones.
I mean, and I'm not saying you have to, but I think, that's why I say if.
Yeah.
But if he can be a decent quarterback,
Nope.
that's it right there.
Daniel Jones is a Walmart Eli Manning.
God damn.
Eli did win 2 Super Bowls.
I know. I said he's the Walmart version of Eli Manning. If you got Eli Manning from a real store, Daniel version is the great value Eli Manning.
The problem is we can't seem to beat the Giants.
We beat them last year,
No, we didn't. They swept us last year.
didn't they?
Yes, they did. That's why we had to finish ahead of them to get to the
We
playoffs.
never beat the Giants.
We don't.
Yeah.
Daniel
I
Jones
thought we
is
got him last year.
Daniel
We beat the
Jones is
Cowboys,
undefeated
we beat the
against
Eagles,
us.
we can never beat the Giants.
That's what I'm saying. So like, if he's good, I think
I
they're
have
they're
zero-
gonna be a problem.
I have zero faith in Daniel Jones.
And I'm not saying I have the most faith in them, but I think they're gonna be a problem.
And see, for us, when they play Washington, I don't think
did sweep us.
I don't think they can protect them.
I looked it up. They did sweep us.
I don't think they can protect them.
Probably not, and that's why I don't believe because I think our defense is too good.
Yeah.
But I'm still not picking. I'm only picking one team to win out that division, and I'm picking the
And I'm
Cowboys.
still with you on that one. If the only one team is coming out, I just don't know if it's gonna be Washington or New York.
See, I think
you know what?
You didn't even mention the Cowboys.
I'm not falling for that hype.
See, I got Washington winning it, and I got the Cowboys as a possible wild card.
Here's the thing. The Cowboys started off this season exactly the same way it started off last season.
That's how they start off every season.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That got hurt in week 5 last year.
Yeah.
They were 1-3.
That's,
And they should have been 0-4 if it weren't for that damn onside
This
kick
is
that
true,
the boy
Bob.
didn't try to get.
This is
And
true.
he was lighting the world on fire with his passing numbers.
Yeah.
Last year. It's the
I'm-
same shit.
yeah, I'm with you, and that's why I said I
So
got
I'm
them,
not buying the hype.
I got them as a possible. If Dak stays healthy, last year he got hurt and the wheels fell off. But if Dak stays healthy,
Fell off. They were 1-3 before he got hurt with him.
yeah, but they probably would have won a few more games. I mean, it's a big difference than having Dak Prescott or Ben DiNucci.
They could have. We went
Agreed.
And we went 7-9 in one division. They could have went with a healthy Dak.
Yeah.
They could have went 7-9.
Right. And so I feel like Washington's going to win the division. And I feel like the Cowboys are a possible. I'm not saying they're in the playoffs, but I feel like they're possible.
They got the same schedule we got,
So,
except for 3 games.
yeah, I feel like they're possible.
So I don't feel like.
All right, we've said it.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Okay.
Going to NFC South.
What is that? Falcons,
Falcons,
Saints,
Bucks, Saints, Panthers.
Bucks, Panthers.
Well,
The Bucks
I mean,
are-
Bucks going to win it.
Yeah, the Bucks are.
We all agree on that.
how could they not? First of all, they brought everybody back.
Yeah.
That's great.
I've never. That's like the only time I've ever heard of that all 22.
Nobody
starters come back.
does that.
Yeah.
I've
Nobody
never heard
does
of that in my life.
Yeah.
And one thing that makes Tom Brady the GOAT, it's not his athleticism, it's how he will not let people forget that this is what we're going to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is what we're going to do. We're here to win. We ain't here to, that shit's gone what we did last year. We're here to win, win, win. And he's not going to let them forget. It's not going to be like a layoff to where,
No.
you know, or a lull to say, you know, we've done it, we're not going to do it anymore. I am curious to see what, yeah, the Black Fitzpatrick is going to do down in New Orleans.
I am too.
Yeah, because, I mean, Sean Payton,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. With
He's
with
the
Sean
truth.
Payton,
He's
he's
the
going
truth.
to be good.
Because-
That's what I think.
to be honest, Drew Brees is good.
Yeah.
But to get what he got out of Drew Brees, who is just not,
I mean, let's not forget the Chargers got rid of Drew Brees for.
athletically or anything,
Well, they did have Phillip Rivers sitting on the bench.
But that's what I was getting ready to say. They got rid of him for Philip
I
Rivers,
mean, come on.
who I think is still,
and Drew Brees goes
Better.
to the Saints and becomes with Sean Payton
with no
becomes-
arm. They're talking about he couldn't throw downfield last year. He's never been able to throw
No.
downfield.
No, he is accurate.
He's accurate,
Yeah, he is.
but you design plays that fit his arm.
That's what I
There's
was
a
about
lot
to
of
say.
crossing routes and
Sean
screens
Payton
and shit like
is
that.
one of the greatest offensive play callers and designers I've seen. They run some routes that are, without getting too technical, the Saints run some routes that are pretty unconventional. Like they run some wild shit.
And it's not like Michael Thomas is athletically better than everybody else.
No.
He's really not. He's
No.
just like a
It's actually pretty slow. I think.
yeah. They just get people open.
Yeah.
That's just what they do.
They run routes at at different depths than what you supposed to. It's wild.
I'm
It's wild.
not. I'm not gonna count out the Black Fitzpatrick and Sean
Yeah,
Payton.
I got them finishing second in that division as a possible. I got a lot of possible in the NFC East, in the NFC, because
Listen,
the NFC has
never
a
know-
whole lot of possible.
And one thing, you never know what you're gonna get out of Matt Ryan and the Falcons.
Well, I don't have them as a possible. I got them as last in that division.
Well, I got the Panthers as last.
Hold on, quick cut in real quick. Sorry.
Right.
Jacksonville State just beat Florida State.
Oh, Jacksonville State.
Yeah.
Yep, just paving the way for Dion to become that coach.
Yep.
But I got the Panthers last in the South. I don't.
See, I got the Falcons last.
Yeah, I got the Falcons last too. I got the Falcons as a wild card. And when I don't mean wild card in the playoffs.
Oh,
I don't mean that. I mean just a wild card. Like I'm not sure.
Messing teams up.
Yeah.
hey,
Messing-
Cliff, I
exactly.
was about to take your beer. 'Cause
Yeah.
Cliff is drunk.
no, not wild card in the
I,
playoffs.
thought, I was like Cliff drunk.
Because I'm not exactly sure what they're going to be. I'm not
Well,
sure.
What they
But
gonna,
I'm pretty confident they're going to be better than the
they're
Falcons.
gonna be able to score. That's all they're gonna be able to.
So,
do.
Well,
I got.
you know, if he's smart, he's still going to give Christian McCaffrey the ball on most plays.
You
know.
should.
Oh, you talking about Carolina?
That's what I meant. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
Yeah, I got the Falcons finishing last in that division. I got Carolina as third, and the Saints as second.
Who's
I
See,
got-
I'm not sure about them, and that's why I said I got Carolina as kind of a wild card in the division because I'm not sure about the Saints. I just don't know.
I got
I'm sure the Saints are better than Carolina and Atlanta.
They should- and they should
yeah,
be.
Yeah,
And they should.
I got them as another
You know what?
possible.
I will do that. Saints second.
It's if
Carolina
but it is dependent on if Sean Payton. But I think he's a great coach, so I think he'll hone in
Right.
Jameis Winston because
Yeah.
Jameis Winston and Bill and Arians and Byron Leftwich was a bad combination.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna say that. Jameis just need to cut down on his picks.
But it's because of the type of style. Because
the no risk it, no biscuit style.
Yeah.
I get it.
because Tom Brady didn't work for Tom Brady until they had that buy. It's like, look, this is what I like to do.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it changed it around. I think the way Jameis Winston was bad. His coach and Bruce Arians was a bad fit
fit
for
for
him.
him.
It-
And that happens too. Sometimes it's where you fall as a coach.
Well, he also doesn't have the stature of a Tom Brady to actually go to the coach and say, "Hey,
Exactly.
let's change this."
Well, yeah.
Exactly. That's what we're saying.
And Bruce Arians and Leftwich like to throw that shit downfield.
No risk it, no biscuit. That's what they
I mean,
say.
look, he threw a lot of picks, but he also had 30 some
30 touchdowns.
touchdowns
Yes,
and 5,000 yards. I mean,
Because if you throw it downfield that many times, that's what you're gonna get.
but that's what I'm getting at because with that defense, they were what 7-9
Yep.
that year.
Yep.
So you cut down the picks, you could easily have 3 or 4 games.
And that's what I'm saying. Can Sean Payton
I think so.
bring that in?
I think he's good enough to do
Yeah.
that.
So
I think he is.
we got Bucks winning it, and
So we got one out the East and one in a possible coming out of the South.
I'm sorry.
yeah. See, I got one in a possible on both of them. But go
Okay.
ahead to the next one.
Okay, so we're going north.
Okay.
Packers are gonna
Win that division.
they're gonna murder that division.
hands down.
Yes.
It's the
I think
Packers.
Aaron Rodgers is my Super Bowl pick. I think Aaron Rodgers, with all the talk,
That's not a bad pick.
No, it's not.
he's just one of these guys that he likes people to think he's something. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a little bit arrogant. You know what I'm saying?
He's an asshole.
He's a
from what
fucking
I hear.
asshole.
Yeah,
He is an
he
ass.
is.
And out of all this talk, I think just like last year when they drafted Jordan Love, he went out and fucking won MVP. So now he's gonna go out, and he's been to 5 NFC Championship games, only won one. So I think he's one of these guys that doesn't want people to look bad on him on his career just because he's just an arrogant motherfucker.
Yeah. I
So
think
that's
they-
my pick.
Packers are winning that division, running away.
I think it's unanimous on that one.
Yeah.
Is there a possible?
I don't think so. I think all the rest of them teams are out of the playoffs.
I'm saying possible because, and I'm saying
Vikings.
either the Vikings
We know it ain't lying.
or the Bears, depending on how early they put in Justin Fields. Andy
don't-
Dalton, I will not take them
I'm not gonna take either one of those quarterbacks.
because
I
I
don't
think
think
he's going to change some things up
anybody-
if he gets in early enough.
I don't
And I-
think anybody in that division outside of the Packers are going to the playoffs.
Well, we all agree the Lions won't.
It's got
All right.
that's one of those ones. The odds have got to be like plus 9,000. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
And I'm still only
you
putting
bet
50
100.
cent on it. I'm putting 50 cent on it.
Yo, you winning $900,000.
But yeah, but out of the other two, Kirk Cousins can be
Vikings
serviceable.
Vikings is one of those teams, man.
Serviceable.
But
We
you never
went
know
to-
what you're gonna get
He
out
took
of
us to
the
the
Vikings.
playoff. He took
I was
us to the
about to say,
playoff.
You never know what you're gonna get out of the
And
Vikings.
that's what I'm saying. He's serviceable.
Never. They're
You
not
don't know.
consistently good. They're not
Right.
consistently bad.
Right.
They are the North. They're the Washington team of the North.
No, they're better than us. They're better than us.
Nope.
And then, like I said, I don't know what we're getting from the Bears. So I'm saying I'm going one of the possible.
I got the Vikings finishing 8-9. That's 17 games. Yep. I got them finish 8-9.
I hate the 8-9. You know, because you can say a team is 500. You can't say a team is 500 down. They just
8-1.
that's a Washington schedule record right there. Yeah, no.
I don't
Vikings
think-
can't squeeze in.
Nope. I don't think so. I got a possible in the East, possible in the South.
No possibles in the North.
No
The
possible
Vikings
in the
is
North for
the
me.
Vikings is always a possible. They're always there.
And they always fall short right at the last minute.
And it's not like the Bears were scrubs last year.
I
Nobody is
like
coming
Matt
out.
Nagy.
Ain't nobody coming out of the North except for the Packers.
I got a possible coming out the North.
Nope.
All right, that's me.
Not at all.
All right, I got a
So
possible.
so y'all got so no possibles at the South, right?
I got a possible in the South.
Yeah. Oh no, I got two out of the South because I believe the Saints are gonna make it. You got a possible out of the South.
I got a possible.
Possible out of the South. Just one out of the East.
I got a possible in the East. I
You
got the
a possible
Cowboys
East.
as a possible.
I got one out of the East.
I got one in the East.
I got a possible out of the
No,
North.
actually, no. I do have a possible in the East.
I don't have a possible in the North.
'Cause
Well, I've got
Washington.
3 to 4 coming out of the West,
So let's go
I got
to
all four coming out. I got
Let's
all
go to the
four.
West.
which is the most. I've never seen a division this good.
Yeah.
Okay. Who y'all got winning the West? Let's talk about that.
Well,
Seahawks, Niners.
Seahawks are not going to win the division, but the Seahawks are not going to be below 500 because Russell Wilson statistically is never below 500.
And not at all. Seahawks, Niners.
I don't know
Rams.
who's going to win the division.
I know the Cardinals aren't going to win a division, but the Cardinals are scary good.
I don't think the Cardinals gonna make the playoffs.
No, but they will. I don't think they are, but I think they're going to mess some teams up from making the playoffs.
Because I think that whole NFC West, they're gonna lose enough games in division to allow some other teams to get into the playoffs. So I think the Rams are winning the division.
Rams and 49ers. If Garoppolo stays healthy, 49ers coming out of the division.
I think the Rams are winning the division.
Oh, that's why. That's my win. That's my division.
You
pick.
said if Garoppolo
No,
stays healthy,
if the Garoppolo stays healthy, the 49ers will go to the playoffs.
I say the 49ers do better the quicker they get Garoppolo out of there.
I say 49ers are second in the division,
You don't move up to the third pick to draft a quarterback because you're happy with your starter.
and I
Just
think,
saying.
and I'm gonna say this, and I think this is the last year you see Russell Wilson in Seattle because they're gonna finish third in the division, and he's gonna be somewhere else.
Well, there's already been rumblings about him leaving, so I'm not going to rule that out. But I don't think he's going to leave because they finished third or last.
Because he be getting his ass sacked a lot, and I think it's gonna keep happening.
And he called out the O-line too.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna keep happening. And they're gonna finish third.
Cook.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Let Russ cook.
I don't know.
So you think Trey Lance should be starting?
Yes, I think they'll be better with Trey Lance.
Mm.
It's not, and I'm not saying that like Jimmy can't win.
Jimmy,
I
all
think
Jimmy
Trey-
does is win.
I think this is a what's the word? A repeat of what happened when they benched Alex Smith and put Cap in. Team got
It's
better.
similar.
I think that's what this is.
Yeah, I think Shanahan can open up his playbook more with Lance than he can with
I
Jimmy.
think so. The only question with Shanahan is he
I-
going to
I
piss
get
away?
that. I just
is he gonna
don't-
piss
I don't
away
think-
a lead in the Super Bowl?
Well, I don't.
That's the only question with him.
I'm not sure it should be early in the season, just because Trey Lance hasn't played a lot of football
Right.
the last. Because reps, you can say what you want. Reps from college on up, it helps. A lot of reps help.
Well, that's why he should get it early.
Well-
Man, because I'm looking at the schedule. They got a bye week in week 1. He should have been in.
I don't know, man.
They play Detroit.
Sometimes
He
it's,
said they got a bye week and we won.
He
They
should have
played
been
Detroit.
in, man.
sometimes it's better to watch and see how it's done.
Why?
Because it's more than just playing. It's also commanding the huddle and
Absolutely.
doing all that shit. It's also the little things too for a quarterback.
Why
But
is
again-
Detroit
but again-
always so bad? Like every other team in the league.
It's a badly run organization.
Yeah, every other team, and I mean we're not even talking about the NFC North no more, but every other team in the league has ups and downs. Like every other team in the league, they're good some years, they're bad some years, they're good some years, they're bad. Detroit is consistently bad.
To that point, Washington, Detroit, Minnesota, and Dallas. Over the last 20 years, are the only 4 teams in the NFC that have not been to a Super Bowl.
Poorly
I
run
agree with
organization. Although I don't know if Minnesota's poorly run. I know Washington, Dallas, and Detroit are poorly run. I don't know about Minnesota's clearly been better than all 3 of the
Yeah,
I
us
agree with that.
yeah.
I agree
more
with that.
consistently.
I agree.
right.
They just having bad luck, I think.
But those 4 teams
Oh,
have not been
terrible.
to a Super Bowl
Terrible.
in the last 20 years.
Terrible.
They're the only ones.
I mean,
in the
it's
NFC.
just crazy.
Well, here's a stat, and we'd have to look it up to see which teams are eligible. But for the last 10 years, it might be a little more. But if your quarterback is making over 12% of the cap hit,
Mm-hmm.
you do not win the Super Bowl.
I can believe that.
And so Aaron Rodgers is like 17%.
Right.
Russell Wilson, 14. Tom Brady's right at 12, and that's what he's the one he won it last year.
If I get that stat, I'm looking at timing now.
Yeah.
Because like, was Seattle winning Super Bowls? Because they were winning Super Bowls. They won their Super Bowl before Russ got that deal.
Yeah, when he was
Yes.
on a rookie contract.
Right.
Most teams that win Super Bowls, the quarterback is on a rookie deal, or you know what I'm saying, that first deal. The second deal.
Right.
It's the third deal where that really breaks the bank, on for the real good quarterbacks. But that first one,
Well, no, the second one that break the bank.
well, it depends if it's like, one of the short ones or the the long. It depends on who the quarterback is.
I'm just looking at the last couple, Mahomes and Josh Allen.
I'm thinking about like Aaron Rodgers and.
Well, Aaron Rodgers is a little different. I mean,
Yeah.
he did sit the bench his first, 3
3
years?
years.
Four, yeah, yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
It's a little different there.
Yeah.
What did Josh Allen get?
I broke down. No.
But so we don't know how it was structured. We'd have
Not
to
at
look.
all.
We'd have to look it up. But I just know the ones that I've
Guaranteed
seen.
amount was ridiculous.
Let's just know the ones I've seen that were Patrick Mahomes
Yeah, it was him. And now Josh Allen.
and Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. They're eating too much of the cap.
It's like it gets higher each one, but like Russell's deal, like it was high at the time, but the cap has been going up.
Mhm.
His deal doesn't look as bad now.
But
Same with like Rodgers. Doesn't look as
percentage-wise
bad.
of the whole team,
Right.
it might look bad.
I'm looking according to the cap because that's what you got to go by.
No, the stat is if your salary takes
I got you.
yeah above 12%
I got
of the
I
cap,
got
Right.
you do not
I got
win the
you.
Super Bowl.
I got
It's
you.
crazy.
It's just nuts.
Yeah, it is.
But you need a quarterback to win. That's some ass backwards shit, eh?
Well, you either need a quarterback to win or you need a very good rookie or second year guy to
Yeah.
win.
Well, you need a good quarterback to win.
Well, I'm saying, but you don't. Do you need that guy to win, or do you need somebody who's going to be that
Just
guy
somebody that's
later
really good.
down the line? You know what I'm saying? Because Patrick Mahomes won on a rookie contract.
Yeah, well, I guess it's tough to tell because the last winners have just been Brady and Mahomes.
Yes.
So it's just kind of tough to tell.
Brady takes less money because he's married to a supermodel.
Yeah.
Mahomes, who won before that?
That's kind of a
I
skewed
don't
stat now that I think about it. When you talk, because like you said, Brady's been taking less, yet he's won 7.
Yes, because he takes less.
He's been taking less. That's skewed. I think it's because
It's not skewed.
it's skewed because if any team had paid him what he was worth,
He wouldn't have won.
nobody would have batted an eye, and we don't know that.
He probably wouldn't have won.
We don't know. That's all. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm saying we don't know.
We don't know, but the stats don't lie.
It's
Eli-
a little skewed with
Eli
Brady.
was-
That's all I'm saying with that one.
Eli was at 11% when he won.
Right.
Eli was the definition of Jekyll and Hyde.
But
Yes.
I'm saying he took only 11% of the cap, so they spent a lot of money on defense because they had money to spend.
Right. I get it. I don't know.
I have to look at some numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't. That's a good stat. I'm gonna have to.
This shit's
That's a
crazy.
damn good
Yeah.
stat. I just need to look. I think it's a little skewed, but it's cool. We go.
So who y'all got winning the West?
Winning the West?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got Rams.
Me too. Who you got, Cliff?
I don't have a pick.
Okay.
And actually, I would have the Rams in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers and his ego. Something about Aaron Rodgers. Just I don't know, man.
All right.
The only thing I go with y'all with the West, I think the the Cardinals have the lowest chance of winning the West.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh, they're not gonna win it at all.
That's all I got. But that's all I got.
right.
I'm not saying they can't win it. I'm just saying they have the lowest
Give
chance.
me your 4 championship teams right now.
Bucks, Packers,
Okay.
Chiefs, Bills, just like last year.
Cliff.
Not a bad 4.
And it would be the Rams if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers.
Got you. Cliff.
Just to be different, I'm a swap the Rams for the Packers.
I had the Rams.
Just to be different.
Look at
Yeah.
See,
I can't argue with it.
I got Rams, Packers, and then in the AFC, I got Ravens, Bills.
Oh, somebody is knocking Patrick Mahomes down, is what you're saying.
I think the Bills are.
Listen,
I got the Bills in the Super Bowl. We hadn't got there for Super Bowl picks, but that's my Super Bowl.
I reserve the right to
I got-
change my picks mid-season.
everybody should be allowed. Because first of all,
Yeah, you know.
through attrition, you just don't
You
know what's
don't
going to
know,
happen. But like I said, I got Bills in the AFC Championship game. Listen, Josh Allen,
Yeah.
he's legit.
Yeah.
He's fucking legit.
Whether I picked him or not, I cannot argue if y'all think he's going to be there. Like, there's no argument there. Because it could be.
We can go Super Bowl picks here. I'll give y'all mine because I already
I-
gave you one. But I got Bills and Rams in the Super Bowl.
Bills Rams. I like it.
Yeah.
I can't argue against it.
Yeah.
I got Packers, Bills.
I'm going to repeat Chiefs Bucks.
Okay. Well, this is all recorded. We'll come back to the Super Bowl picks in next January.
I'm just saying, man, what the Chiefs had last year, I mean, Tampa Bay took advantage of the tackles that were out,
Yeah, true.
and not everybody has the defense they had.
No.
So I'm just going Chiefs. I'm not saying y'all are
Yeah,
wrong. or
no,
anything.
that's your pick.
I'm going Chiefs Bucks.
I wouldn't bet on any of this shit.
No, not at all.
Well, no, I'd bet on all of them. I put
Yeah.
small bets on all of them. That's what I'd do.
And
Yeah.
knowing my luck, I'd put a small bets on all of them, and somebody like, I don't know.
Oh, then Washington
Somebody-
Washington will
That's
make
what I was getting ready to say. Somebody like Washington
yeah,
would
then
make
Washington
it
will make it.
because
Yeah.
I would bet on everybody else like they ain't got a chance in hell.
Yeah.
And then that's what would happen.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
If you got $1,000 to just throw away, put it on Washington to win the Super Bowl.
Well, if you got $1,000 to throw, you should have already done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I hate it's an argument because when people talk about the Rams,
Right.
it's a lot of analysts, people talking about, well, Matt Stafford hasn't done anything. He couldn't win. First of all, he was in Detroit. The
That's what I was getting ready to say.
worst franchise that we've said.
Anybody that thinks he's not a clear upgrade over Jared Goff knows nothing
About
about
football. Yeah.
So he's in Detroit for one. Also, first of all, Sean McVay makes average quarterback, or not even average quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like
He made
Like,
Jared Goff.
he makes us into.
Jared Goff went to a Super Bowl with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Sean McVay's going.
Yeah.
And third of all, oh damn, what I was about to say. Oh, I had a good point. Oh, Steve Young.
Mhm.
Steve Young was some shit
When he was in Tampa
in
Bay.
Tampa Bay. Like I looked it up. His completion percentage was like 52.
Right.
He threw way more interceptions than he threw touchdowns.
Yeah.
He goes to fucking San Francisco,
He's a Hall of Fame.
and he's arguably the best quarterback in the league for 5 years.
Yeah.
Because he was playing with a team full of Hall of Fame.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's it's the team, and anybody who watches football, like we should see, like Go said, if you've watched Matt Stafford, we watch because they play the Skins every year almost. It seems
Yeah.
like Matt Stafford has got the skills. All he needs is the fucking team to do it.
Yeah.
Which he's never had.
No, he was in Detroit.
It's like
Nobody can win in Detroit.
No.
And that's why everybody's picking the Rams to go far. When you
Yeah.
combine him with that defense and McVay.
Right.
And let's not act like they don't have any weapons on offense. They got
Exactly.
a lot. You know what I mean? So
Listen, Cooper
yes.
Kupp and Robert Woods, and they lost.
I think if
Akers.
I think if the Rams don't make the NFC Championship game, some heads gonna have to roll in LA.
Yep, I'm with you on there. Something ain't
You got the
going.
best defense.
Clearly.
Skins is probably second or third. Rams have the best defense.
So the Rams, well, between Tampa Bay, we'll just call them top three.
Rams does with their line what we do with our line with two guys. That's how good.
And the Rams have Jalen Ramsey. We
Man,
don't have a
Yeah,
Jalen
we
Ramsey.
don't have Jalen Ramsey.
We don't have half a Jalen Ramsey.
We don't have that.
Our best cornerback we got rid of, sent it to the Chiefs, and they sent him back.
Yeah.
That's our best.
Pretty much.
We're going to win with our front seven,
Yes.
not the back four.
No.
No, not at all.
You just hope the back four can hold up a little bit.
I tell you what, I think our back four is going to be better than our linebackers.
Well, they.
I don't.
I think so.
We got a young one.
Yeah.
We still got Bostic.
Yep. Bostic and Holcomb. White boy with a mullet. You gotta have one.
Listen, white boys with mullet do work.
I can't argue that. I mean, you're right.
Because if you're gonna wear a mullet in 2021, you
Yeah.
better do work.
Yeah.
But every white boy I've seen with a mullet does work.
Yeah. You got
This
to.
is what you do.
Yeah.
So
I still say our linebacker. I'm not saying they're going to be garbage. Our linebacking core will be the weakness of our defense. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. But yeah.
we'll see. We'll see because Justin Herbert's going to test them tomorrow.
And I'll be watching.
And Austin Eckler.
If he plays, Austin Eckler's been hurt.
They got another guy though.
He's
They
playing.
got
Eckler's playing.
Oh, okay.
who their wideouts?
Keenan Allen.
there you go.
They still got him.
Yeah,
Yes,
he's
they
still
still
there.
got Keenan Allen.
He should be like 40 now.
He's still nice.
Hmm.
He's still nice. So yeah,
They have to deal with Chase Young.
that's the only.
That
Young and
Montana
Sweat.
Sweat.
Yeah. But that's a whole. But anyways.
Yeah.
So,
So y'all gonna do your the WFT
yeah, we'll do it later this week.
later this week.
Yeah. So we're gonna do it later this week.
So if you're a Washington fan, I don't know why you would be. I don't know why we subject ourselves to it.
Because we
But
grew
check
up
out the W.
We were born into it.
Yeah. Check out their Washington football team
Sure, we all-
podcast.
I think we all followed our
Can y'all
fathers.
Skype me in for a comment or
I can call you in.
call me in?
Yeah.
Call me in for
All I'm gonna say is
Yeah,
it feels
but
great to
they
be a
too.
Washington fan after the Cowboys lost.
Yeah, we all followed our fathers and becoming Michigan
Yeah.
fans, didn't
Yes, we did.
yeah.
They cursed us with this.
Yeah.
we? They did.
It was a lot different back then though, because they were good.
Well, see, my dad missed with the Washington, but he's 4-1 with the Lakers, so
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Well, when we were younger, Washington was good. It's when we became adults.
Yeah, but they've been bad more than half of our lives.
They've been bad the entire time we were adults.
That's it. My father,
They were
used to
good.
say He had two teams, but then he just decided to just stick with Washington. His other team was Green Bay.
Who
That's
does
so,
that?
So I could have been a champion too.
Washington was so good. Washington was so good up to through like 10th grade, 10th or 11th grade, and then
They were decent through.
Yeah, they were.
They weren't good. I wouldn't say they were good.
They were
so
were-
good. They were
yeah,
serviceable.
they were winning Super Bowls,
Yeah,
and
No,
they
because they were talking about like through the 80s and whatnot. It
80s
was like,
and
yo, it was
90s.
either the 49ers,
No, I'm saying,
us, or the Cowboys that was
yeah.
winning.
I'm
Yeah.
saying, was it 10th grade? Wait,
High school. High
91.
school.
Last one was 91.
Yeah.
That was middle school, and
Yeah.
then
And then they were good through like 10th grade.
oh, Stephen Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
actually, that's it. Stephen
Yeah.
Davis, Michael Westbrook.
Because Daniel Snyder bought him in what, like 99?
Yeah, and then the wheels fell off.
And then he brought in Bruce Smith and Mark Carrier
And an old ass Deion Sanders.
Dion, yeah,
Turf Toe,
Dion.
Brad Johnson.
What was
Yeah.
the other one? Was the white one? The white safety.
I can't remember.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah. Suck too.
about? Yeah.
Archuleta.
Archuleta, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
white safeties can be great for 3 to 4 seasons, and after that, you got to get rid of them. Like Jason Sehorn, he was great for 3 to 4 seasons.
He's so stupid.
I'm just follow the stats.
Now, John Lynch is proving to be just as good at GM as he was at safety.
Yeah.
John Lynch is great.
Yeah.
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 So we got the first day of football tomorrow. When y'all listen to that, y'all be either crying or happy that your team won.
Yeah.
This is the best time of the year.
Or happy that your fantasy team won.
Or fantasy team.
Yeah.
Side note, even though I had to pick the Cowboy, he got me 36 points already.
Which
That's Amari Cooper.
The scoring in my league, Dak got me 79 points.
Great. Go.
Somebody added some score, or
Yeah.
they upped the points in scoring, because in my league it was like 38 points.
Yeah, it was a lot, yes, but yeah.
79
points I got from him.
Great. Go.
Listen, he had 403 yards passing. Dak looked good. I ain't gonna front.
But it balanced out because Mike Evans ain't do shit for me.
Mm-mm.
Dak looked good. Zeke looked bad. But
Don't judge Zeke on that game.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm just saying.
Nobody runs on Tampa Bay.
Nobody runs on them. Actually, Tampa Bay doesn't run on Dallas apparently too.
And they didn't even.
Oh, that's another thing I want to see. These numbers, changing numbers. I'm seeing like Michael Parsons wear 11.
Right.
The cornerback wearing number 1.
Saw DN wearing number 9.
Yeah, Fournette wearing 7. I
said it when they made the
don't
change.
like it.
I didn't like it.
I don't like it.
I didn't like it then.
It works in college because, and
Actually,
actually,
so many motherfuckers.
Right.
yeah, actually,
You
yeah,
have no choice.
You got 2 people wearing number 2,
Yeah, there's no choice.
but I don't like seeing it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
I hope
Yeah,
they go
it's-
back next year.
That's wild.
Well, they ain't gonna go back
Yeah, I was about to say they let the cat out the bag.
Yeah.
Man, they ain't gonna go back.
because of the money.
Number 1 cornerback wearing them. It just doesn't look right.
No, it doesn't. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Don't forget we're going live.
Going live at
25th at what 10 o'clock.
25th, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll guess we'll throw some topics out there beforehand.
We'll
you know.
get it. We'll let
Well,
you
we'll throw some suggestions if you see when we talk. Since we're going live,
Or if you
we'll
just want
take
to say
care.
anything.
Unless something crazy happens, we try to stay current.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy happens, just give us some topics, because if something out there wild, we have to talk about it. But just give us something to talk about. Like last week we talked about gender roles, which I thought was great. I thought it was great.
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Oh, we can
Come on with it.
revisit that shit.
Come on with
I'm
it.
always ready to talk
You
about
just
that
want
type
to talk
of
shit to us. Come on with that too.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong if you want to do that.
Right.
I like that. That's got potential.
It
Yeah.
does.
We just gotta hope our 7 listeners, are paying attention.
Yeah.
Well, 7 on YouTube. Actually don't know how many people are listening on the other shit either.
No, we don't know how many people actually, but
Whoever you are, thank you.
yeah, thank you. So, I think
All
that's
right.
about it. So,
Yep. So we'll be back. Peace.
peace.
Peace.